Thank you for coming back to We the People News. Please subscribe, leave your thumbs up, and please leave your comments. First of all, I want to say thank you so much for all the support that you give me on this channel. I really do appreciate you for that. Thank you so much. Yesterday's video, if you did not see it, please go back and watch it. I will link it to the end of this video. There's a lot of good information there I don't want you to miss, and it would help me out a lot. Don't forget to hit the bell icon so you'll be notified when I make a new video. Okay, y'all, this video today is a little bit different. This is not an easy video to make. In fact, this is probably the hardest video I've ever made. I'm going to try to hold it together for this. Y'all, I pray to God that this is wrong. But Joe Biden has said on CNN, on a video on CNN, that he has cancer. I pray to God that that is wrong. It don't matter how you feel about a person. Nobody in the world should have to go through cancer. Now, they did their fact checking right after he said this. White House went scrambling trying to draw back the words that he said, that he said I and others, many others, has cancer. They're trying to put it off as another word blunder like he normally has. And I pray to God that this time it is just a word blunder. We all make them. I make them here. Everybody makes them. But we seem to spotlight Joe Biden's word blunders. Well, he is the President of the United States after all. But he said that he has cancer, but they've done their fact checking, and the only cancer that they could find that he ever had was a non-melanoma skin cancer, which is not dangerous at all. It is very common. It is nothing wrong. I mean, you can live forever with that and without any treatment at all. Non-melanoma is the best news that you can have when it comes to cancer. Squamous cell carcinoma, that's the bad one. That's the one that will kill you. That's the one that I had in my throat. I had stage 4 squamous cell carcinoma. That's why all of these cancer stories hits home. And like I said before, it don't matter how you feel about the person. No human should have to go through this. So I pray to God that this is just a word blunder from him. They said the non-melanoma cancer that he had was removed years ago. So basically, he really didn't have cancer. He had the non-melanoma. That's the precursor to the bad stuff. I have 2 of them on my arm right now as we speak. I'll show you what they look like. That's one right there. It's raised, it's hard. There's another one. Well, there's another one right there coming up. These are non-melanoma basal cell carcinomas. I showed it to my oncologist, and he said if that was on his mom or his dad, he would not worry about it in the least. He said I could have them removed. Well, Joe Biden did elect to have his removed, and that the surgery to have them removed is far worse than just leaving them there, because they cut around and then scoop out, and they make sure they get big margins to make sure they get it all, and it leaves a terrible scar. Plus you have to have surgery, go under anesthesia. It's easier just to leave them alone. He elected to have it removed. and that's his choice. His was removed years ago, so does he still have cancer? No, he don't have cancer. And most likely, in the stages of cancer, you could say he never really had cancer. He had the precursor to the bad stuff. But this is what he said. I quote word for word what he says. He said, "That's why I and so many others has cancer." He says, has cancer. He don't, if this is all he's talking about, he don't have cancer. He had a basal cell carcinoma. But like I said, this sent the White House into a frenzy trying to fix his words, because he said this on national news, national TV, in front of the world. So in the world's eyes, this makes him about the same as Vladimir Putin, because Vladimir Putin, what makes him look weak is that news was leaked to the world, and the world spins it how they want it spun. But now, if he does have cancer and he slipped this out and he wasn't supposed to say it, this would bring up some other questions. Like, why is he going to Baltimore every weekend? Is he going there to get away from Washington? Which, basically, I can understand that. I like to pick on him about it, but I can understand wanting to get away from that craziness. Is he going there to get away from that, or is he going there to get treatments? We don't know. How weak and frail he is all the time, that is a sign of cancer. You have no strength. You are weak. You're like a little old man. I know I was. I could not do nothing for myself. I could not even put my pants on. My wife had to do that for me. Everything. I was like an infant. I could not do a thing for myself. Couldn't even feed myself. I had a feeding tube. I had a feeding tube for about a year. I could not even swallow water. The way he gets mad at reporters and spouts off at them, that's another sign of cancer, because you're fighting this demon. And that's what cancer is. It's a demon. But you're fighting this within you, and there's nothing you can do. So you get frustrated and you spout off at the mouth, saying things that you don't really mean. I know I did. You go through really bad bouts of depression. I'm going through that right now. I've been going through it for about a week now. I'll come out of it. I always do. But you go through these things, and that's forever. You never stop doing that. My doctor always told me, I asked him, when does things go back to normal? He said it won't. He said there's a new normal. Well, I didn't sign up for the new normal. I want the old normal back. The new normal is not me. It's like I'm living in somebody else's body. And if this is true about Joe Biden, I know how he feels. So whether you like Joe Biden, whether you don't like Joe Biden, and you all know I don't like Joe Biden, I have to pray for him. Nobody should have to face this. Not even Joe Biden. Y'all, I may be taking some time off from YouTube. It's just getting to the point I can't handle it no more. My wife don't even know about this, because I don't want to worry her with it, what I'm about to tell you. She don't know it. I don't want to worry her with it until I know for sure. But about a year and a half ago, I noticed this little bump in the back of my throat. Once you have throat cancer, you always check in the mirror with a flashlight, looking in your throat, looking for things. there was this little white bump in the back of my throat, about the size of if you took a Sharpie marker and made a dot on your hand. It's about like that. Well, I didn't say anything about it then. Well, I did tell her it was there, but I really hadn't worried her with it since then. But since then, about a year and a half ago, it has grown to about the size of a dime. Now, what it looks like is, when you have a bad cold or an infection or something, you get the sore in your mouth. Like most people gets it right on the inside of their lip, a little white sore. It looks like that, but it don't go away. I looked up tonsil stones because that's what everybody said. People that I told, they said it's tonsil stones. No, it's not tonsil stones. I looked up tonsil stones. It don't look anything like a tonsil stone, and it's not even in the right place for tonsil stones. I did look up squamous cell carcinoma like I had last time, and it looks exactly like that. I've been to the doctor 3 times. I'm on 6 months checkups now with the doctor. I don't have another appointment until 3 more months. These past 3 visits, it's been there. And him, the doctor, and his nurse practitioner has both looked in my throat with their flashlights many times. And they don't say anything about it. Now, I don't know if they don't see it, they're not worried about it, or they're going to wait until it comes stage 4 throat cancer again so they can make big money again. I don't know. But it's really worrying me now, and I don't want my wife to know about it until I know for sure. So anybody that's on my live streams or anything, please don't repeat this, because I don't want her to have that undue worry until I know for sure. I hadn't made up my mind yet about taking some time off from YouTube, but I might, because it is getting really hard to handle. All the negativity that I get from YouTube, all the hate that I get from negativity, plus dealing with this, it's just getting to be too much. Y'all, please comment below what you think about Joe Biden. Do you think he has cancer, or do you think he don't have cancer? I'm leaning towards, I don't think he has cancer. I think that word was a word blunder, and I pray to God that that's what it was. I mean, again, we all make word blunders. I do it, you do it, whether you admit it or not. We all do it. He does it too. We're all human. We have our mistakes. We have our downfalls. Again, please don't mention anything to my wife about this. My wife don't watch these videos because she don't care about all this politics stuff. So she will never see it here. Y'all, please comment below. Watch the video that's popping up here now. I need the help here on YouTube. Please watch these videos. The midterms are coming up. We know what we have to do. And I will say it just like I've always said it and always will say it. Please keep your faith in Jesus Christ. He will get us through anything that's thrown at us. Say a prayer for our world. Say a prayer for our country. Say a prayer for those elected employees in Washington that's not doing their job. Maybe one day they'll turn around and do their job. Say a prayer for everyone around the world that's hurting through COVID, financial hardship, or any other affliction. And please say a prayer for Joe Biden, that he does not have cancer, and please remember me in your prayers. I love you all so much. Y'all don't know what y'all have brought to my life. Until tomorrow, ciao.